wish I could get the right color I'm kind of looking for. You know what? That's close enough. Close enough, close enough, close enough.
Okay.
Okay.
And we are now live on
Hello.
Twitch for the militia's page. Because I was late, and you know.
That's fine. We've got my YouTube. It's fine.
Echo ban from Team Clans here.
And a RAM ban here from Maximum Effort. So tank and a DPS off the board, both teams ready to go, and we shall get into this next match. And by the way, if you've not seen it, competitive team bundles for all your favorite partner teams in the OWCS are now out and available, with Venture, Ramantra, and Ana being your hero picks to pick up for their specific team skins.
100%.
Both all 2,500 a pop, or you can pick them up in bundles of 3 for 75. So regardless if you want 1 or 3, it doesn't really matter. They're all 2,500. So we shall. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. So,
yep.
So yeah.
Looking over the spawn doors here for the Shambali Monastery here for the attacking tide. Obviously, we're going to be waiting for them to finalise their comp. For both sides, we're going to be looking like it's going to be the same composition, the Ana Kiri backline, but now Tree is selecting the Zarya. I don't know if that's just to bait me out, or if that's actually what they're going to be playing here.
Well, it looks like they're trying to shoot over the spawn doors here, potentially trying to pick up a cheeky kill. That can happen if they're dumb enough, but it doesn't look like they will be. But Zarya does tend to have a stronger matchup into the Orisa, as Orisa doesn't really have anything to save against a beam unless she decides for the shield perk. Project Lance, though, on the other hand, is going to be running a Cast Soj DPS line, but going to be running the classic Juno Brig. But that backline is vulnerable to antis, and looks like they're going to be holding up on the high ground here to start on defense.
100%. I have to agree with that. It's going to be a very fast-paced engage already. Ronan looking for sites. Frenzy on board with for the time of the kiss.
Looks like they'll be walking up here on the side, high ground stairs. Tree's going to be pushing up early with the help of Milk, trying to potentially catch the backline out. Tree is going to get Glance while he was looking the other way. And it looks like Project Lance is going to end up melting here, and they're going to be forced off their high ground and have to back up. Cart is going to swing this first corner.
And the Zarya switch already for Project Glance as well, just to have that sustainability here.
Yeah, looks like Tree decided to go to the Orisa anyway, but it looks like Duck decides to go to the Zarya this time. And it looks like they're going to be holding around there this first corner, first pop, though Tree doesn't care. Tree doesn't care, he's going to be walking it down straight into the room, trying to bait out the bubble. Going to be looking for a pick here on Zephyr, with the help of Milk. And it looks like they will manage to get... get Zephyr. Milk and Tree just running rampant here into the back line and front line here of Project Glance, and Zephyr's going to end up making the swap over to Venture.
Venture for Venture.
We're going to see...
Pretty much a complete mirror other than the Zarya and the Cassidy here for Project Glance. Milk down early!
Glance catches Milk for being too cheeky, and it looks like Project Glance is going to be rounding here on this high ground, wanting to hold it. And looks like En's going to be making the swap over to Ana, possibly to pressure out the Orisa a little more, and force Kiri Suzu for a chance to use some very hefty ultimates and stuff like Deadeye and Grab.
Suzu out already for Project.
And actually catches Tree. Orisa with a high health pool on the Orisa ends up having to force some cooldowns out, and it looks like they'll just be cleaning up as Glance does pick up a triple in that amount of time.
100%. Unfortunately, the team just got caught out. Milk down first. Now trio to the Reinhardt. This is the
Oh my god,
Reinhardt.
honest Reinhardt gaming, as Reinhardt did get a buff to his charge perk. You get full overhealth from your shield damage at 100%. Charge in, running the Toronto Defiant skin, as they were the top NA team in the first year of OWCS. You get a Tectonic Shot, ends up catching Glance, but Milk's gonna remain really low, but Tree's gonna help finish out the Zarya. Milk's gonna be running.
Down they go.
Tree and Milk again, running rampant in the team into the team of Project Glance. They're right now carrying the team hard. And grab an orbital ray plus a nano, ready for Glance.
75% here already for the Shatter as well. Oh, Oshi out for Ronan. Takes care of the Zarya.
As they tried to get a grab, and it actually did stick them. It did stick them. Zephyr though catches a kill out before they die. Artemis forced to run away.
Nope, down.
At low health. Though it looks like Artemis, also known as Quantum Soul, have forced to back away. Mystic Tree, also known as PvP, also known as Gatekeeper or Blonde or Moshi for life. They play with a lot of profiles and a lot of names. So Tree though, Fire Strike kill onto Glance. Shatter catches Tree. And they're just gonna be running down here. 4 minutes to go as they round this final corner here onto Bonnie.
Charge into a wall. Oh no. Poor Tree.
Nope. And Zephyr's just staggered out. Artemis gonna be making the swap over to Kiri, as they'll play with the same backline. Arissa brought out a Nano on Duck. But both tanks Nano. Godzilla type matchup, as both teams trade out characters as a 3v3 here for the final point.
In the midst of that fight, by the way.
Tectonic Shot by Zephyr, and ends up pecks out Tree, but Milk trades out Artemis. But unfortunately can't stay for much longer, as it looks like they're gonna get traded out by Duck. And now it looks like Project Glance will manage to hold on this final stretch of map. 3 minutes to go. No, Glance gonna be making the swap over to Tracer for a little more contest potential. And a pulse bomb.
Difference for distance wise. Not far to go here. Down goes Dogs though early into Frenzy. And down, followed by the two. Followed by 4 Artemis as well. That's gonna be rushed.
And that's gonna be a map finish with 2:40 remaining on the clock.
Zephyr getting caught out again. Ronan taking people's heads off with that rail shot.
So, look at the stats for the first stats. We've got Tree, also known as PvP mostly, as we like to call them, at 22-2, 6,200 damage, and Milk at 17-3, 4,800 damage. Ronan also, that's not a bad, not even a casual 15-1, pretty good 15-1 at 3,600 damage. The best person right now for Project Glance right now seems to be Duck Awesome, also known as Zemo Master, at 9-6. It looks like they're going to be potentially running a Winston-based dive composition here, but we'll see what they want to go as they're getting ready. 30 seconds to decide what they want to run. Tree is going to want to.
Not Duck Glance, by the way. Duck Glance. Duck Awesome is Duck Awesome. Just wanted
Duck
to
Awesome.
correct that.
Oh right, wrong person. Never mind. My bad. I forget, dude. There's so many people, and I'm horrible with names and horrible with gamer tags apparently. But it looks like they'll be running to run a sort of dive composition with a Winston Reaper, with a Kiri to help and support.
A Widow as well here from Glance.
Well, Shambali does have some decent long sidelines, so they can play with, and it looks like they'll be bringing out another Ryan composition, but with a. But it looks like. Yeah. Ana Juno here.
So John, Tink onto
Milk
Ronan, half health.
Milk here, waiting here on the off.
Oh, there it goes!
Straight in.
Onto Mr. Flowstone.
End here. End though. Decides to just straight into the team and actually picks up 2.
Running away. Lucio does what a Reddit Lucio should actually do, not what your comp Reddit Lucio does. which is
Yep.
gets actually kills. Also, Trey on the with the Reinhardt here immediately, which is
Reinhardt was. Ryan though was pretty good
Here
here
comes
for
the
this
charge.
map, and no ram ban. A ram ban means Ryan's biggest counter is out of the way. One of his biggest counters, anyway, is out of the way.
Here comes the dive. It hits the
with a-
spike line.
Though he does get pinned
Immediately.
in and is unable to jump away with an anti and a rail shot to help finish him off. Glance here, they're trying to get rid of Milk, and they manage to get rid of Milk, forcing Tree to have to back away, unable to help his teammate. We got Tree wanting to hop in. He's got the tap. Yes, Tree has Shatter ready. As they're ready, waiting to get around the first corner. 2:32 on the clock.
Shot grenade
Bubble.
there from Ronan as well to stop any support
Ooh.
getting to the Winston. It led to that
And
fight being won.
A Shatter hits 3, and it looks like they will end up cleaning up with about 2 minutes to go.
And goes down to the ground as well. Very late, unfortunately, but able to contest this. 2 minutes still on the clock.
Bland's gonna be making a swap over to Cass, hopefully trying to stop the Rhine. Pin with
Made out
a
already.
few.
Sails empowered and ready to fire.
Zephyr here on the Reaper, underneath, waiting for a chance. Didn't end up seeing Milk, who was hiding in the corner on Tracer. And just gonna be
I want
casually
to
hiding
also
there in the corner.
acknowledge and on a flank here, but does not get anything before that time. They see their team going down.
Oh, and they get poke bomb.
Milk with a 4-man, make that a 5-man.
I don't believe they got 5 man. I believe Tree managed to finish off one person, but I think we'll have to look back once this match is over.
100%. Milk though being this pest on the Tracer.
Milk and Tree looking like a very dangerous tank DPS duo, and with the help of Ronin on that Sojourn. This is looking like a formidable team indeed, as Frenzy does manage to pick that.
Optimus, unfortunately, I think
Yeah.
that's what you was going to say. That's a 7 HP though.
Nade here, popped, but it doesn't look like it manages to hit anything. They've got about 4 ults ready to go.
Beat out!
Beat here committed.
Rally here
Contesting
for
rally.
response.
And it looks like it's just going to be ults here, jumped in the fight. They're
Save
just trying to
all
see if they
the
can get
whistle.
high.
Rush!
30 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go, and they're still looking for a chance to push.
Listen down.
But it looks like they're
Shut it
gonna be
out!
unable
Hits
to
2!
go. Lance just popping the noon to likely survive, but unfortunately that doesn't go for anything. 20 seconds to go. It doesn't look like they'll be able to get the touch, especially with Tree rolling in to deny space.
Zephyr and poor Artemis there hit with that shatter. Hits both those DPS player, the DPS and the support player there. Unable to contest. No attempt or no ability to. That's the end of Shambali 3-0. Maximum effort 2-0.
Yeah. Dominant showing here on the offense, and just as dominant here on defense. They are able to get it up and going. And they will end up taking it.
We do have Uncle Reskin, who has been watching this whole game as a moderator.
As he is, yeah. He's our referee for today's game. He's just chilling. He's just watching. Again, as I said at the beginning, don't mind him here. He's here to probably steal. He's here to occasionally steal some sandwiches, but you know, we'll allow that.
Uncle Reskin, after 2 maps, what are your thoughts, even as a referee here and a mediator?
Ah, man. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's exciting to watch. It's a little more than just a regular scrim, because we know this all leads to something better, something bigger. You know, additional matches between additional teams. Obviously, there's a big prize at the end of this. And I mean, I think that the competitors came out to put on a show, and they're only going to get better from here. I'm sure there's a lot of frustration on both of the teams' side for maybe things not turning out the way they wanted to initially, but but this game doesn't mark the end of the road or a ultimate loss for them, because we have a point system and kind of a makeshift round robin to this whole tournament. So no matter kind of what happens here today, nobody is actually out, and there is something that they can learn and take from this, and maybe pick up a win in the next game.
100%. As you alluded to there, Ruskin, this in-house tournament is a round-robin point basis system, which is not like a normal point-based system. Round-robin based system. Basically,
Yes, we play. To explain the rules, we play every map, unlike a thing where it's like a best of 3 or a best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. So they're basically playing to earn as many map wins as possible, which will then go into the standings, and where they end up after 4 matches will determine who's in and who's out. And it looks like, for a Flashpoint pick, Project Glance is wanting to go to the new and improved New Junk City. We haven't seen this map. We haven't seen this yet. New Junk City wasn't played at all in the first 2 matches. It was Suravasa that was chosen. And surprisingly, no one wanted to pick Atlas yet. No one's wanted to play Atlas either.
A lot of people have said about how the flow feels bad in the community. I don't know if that's also the same at Militia, but a lot of people within Overwatch community has said that Atlas flows badly. And again, this is their opinion.
I'm of the opinion it actually flows pretty good. I don't think it actually is a too bad flowing map. I believe it actually kind of works. It's quick. You can actually get back to point. You actually have the chance to contest point, unlike old New Junk City or Suravasa. And so,
yeah, these maps are now slightly more comprised because it is a trial period for Flashpoint maps to go to a slightly bigger Flashpoint map going to Stadium. That is why they've redesigned Suravasa and New Junk City, by the way. As confirmed by the devs over at Blizzard.
Oh, yes. Now we'll see, potentially, if who teams want to ban.
And maximum effort with a Winston ban.
I wouldn't think a Winston ban would be on New Junk City, considering that you never really see Winston. This is more of a brawl style map. This is not really a dive map.
I believe that's to protect the tank ban here from Project Glance, which is an interesting way about it, but I would have also used the tank ban to, actually ban a tank that they've been showing. Yes, they have shown the Winston.
Yeah, but F4 decides to get rid of it, but Project Lance decides to get rid of the Venture. It makes sense because Milk's been an absolute terror on that character. So,
but also Milk's been terrorizing on Tracer. We just saw on the defense side of things.
Yeah, they didn't play it forever though. So they didn't play it forever though. They only played it for like the last minute or so. So.
Welcome to New Junk
Looks
City.
very good though. So if Milk goes Tracer here again, I wouldn't be surprised. Tree Rissa.
Keep in mind we're still waiting for the players.
Initiating match.
Yeah, some new sites, some new openings here on New Junk. So, excuse me.
100%. Look at this new routing as well. It's so much easier, so much quicker to get back to point to contest. Gone are the times where you can only contest point twice. Now you can actually keep going back and forth. It's going to be a Duck Awesome, Ramatra, Zephyr, Reaper, Glance, and May, with Artemis on the Kiri and on the Lucio.
Yes, it looks like kind of a Ramattra Rush style comp, and it looks like they'll be kind of matched by Rishta Brawl style comp in an Ana Juno here with Milk and Ronan playing the same DPS line. So, but Glance decides instead to go to the Freya, which honestly, Freya, though she did get a primary fire nerf in terms of what she does for damage. More ammo means she does more damage over the long term, and both teams are going to be heading here into this first point. But with the help of a Lucio, they're going to... Project Lance will be the first team to make it, as both teams try to take space. It looks like Glance is going to... Project Glance is going to be the first one to hold your space, forcing out Ice Block of Milk. Tree pops the Fortify and begins to walk forward menacingly. And we'll take out Artemis.
Nemesis form out, slapped out with it. And whittled down by Tree.
Yeah.
Milk though goes down, as you said, by Glance in the midst of that.
Yeah, and it looks like a first cap for Project Lance, but unfortunately they will have to back away. But that will allow them a potential another fight if it ever comes to it. Zephyr contesting for a little bit longer, but it ended up going to be chased down here by Tree.
Flip through at 18%, it's very close now.
Oh,
160
Frenzy
Frenzy down. Milk goes down to end. Casimus goes out to trade. Lance follows up with Mr. Plus. Going down.
Team, this is a very scrappy fight right now, but right now a 3v1 here, as looks like Tree's just by themselves here, and it looks like they'll end up getting caught down and killed here in the end.
To get them pretty much to 50% on the coucher is a major win here in the side of maximum effort.
Yeah. Duck, though, is going to be holding space. Going to be looking. Terror Surge here, ready for Tree. With a Bola and a Beat. For Project Lance. Milk here on this Echo. And
in comes the Bola shot.
Bola shot. And looks like Duck's just going to run forward, but a Terror Surge pop.
Sleep out!
Oh, but a Beat. A Beat helps save the rest of the team besides Zephyr. And Glance ends up taking Frenzy down in front. Ends up walking out. Scrappy fight. Ronan takes down Glance. And trades out. And it looks like it's going to be a 3v3, I believe, for this fight. And Duck's going to just keep walking down. Fluff getting really low. Vortex popped, and will Fluff be able to get out? Yes, they will. Frenzy makes a swap over to Kiri. Milk takes out, and...
comes to Ramattra, duplication.
Yeah, Glance does have a 99%, and this will be a point flip. Duck, though, contesting the point, not allowing it to go quite yet. But it looks like they will just end up recontesting the point.
By the fight territory, though, in favor of Project Lance, though.
We got an overclock and an orbital ray here, ready for maximum effort, and they'll probably likely want to use it early to possibly push up and use some space. Though Annihilation and a Kitsune Rush here for Project Lance, so it's going to be a very heavy. All these ultimates very impactful, so we'll see what happens here as Project Lance walks into the choke. Efforts to give them
from both sides, and in comes the Annihilation.
Tree though picks up a double kill, but Tree gets a double, but
Duck.
Yeah, Duck picks up the double kill and manages to trade out after Tree got the initial double kill, but Milk with a sticky picks out Duck, and now Ent's kind of by himself here on point. Zephyr does help to take out Milk, and now it's just Mystic Tree fighting against as an Orisa against a Lucio Sojourn, but they will get taken down here at the end of first point, and that'll be a 1-0 first point here for
100 in favor of Project Lance. Very close, very scrappy at the end.
Looks like next point's gonna be here. The new inside, one of the new inside buildings. I forget the name of this point. God damn it.
This is Ducks.
Right, thank you. Ducks, new and improved, so more ways to get in. You're not just stuck in these small choke rooms, so that is very nice. Ronan, quick pick onto Glance. Wins out the duel and hit scan trade.
Terra
and
hits
triple
both
kill by
the supports.
Tree with a triple kill, and that's gonna end up getting rid of the rest of Project Lance, and they will end up getting the first point capture.
Salty, Tree decides to dressage after the triple kill to make his point.
Ronan here, sitting on the off angle, on the high ground, as the rest of Project Lance decide to walk up, gets very low, but decides to back away in the end.
Ronan down to 7 HP, as you said. Onto the sideline, through the main angles now. Dodging Glance. Here comes Speed.
Speed
It's
force,
all
and looks
fine,
like it's going to
man.
be aggressive.
Racing down.
The rest, full support's here,
support's
down
down.
4. Full
Run
support's
down.
down. It looks like Ronin will get a trade out here on Zephyr, but it looks like that will be point here for Project Glance, as it'll be about 60% and counting. About 56, almost 60%. So a very good first point.
100% already
two up.
the charge up, javelin strike.
This ends now.
Overclock committed by Zephyr, wanting to deny more point space. Ketsu's fluff,
Goes down.
really low but free.
Rush out. Milk
And unfortunately that
goes over to the
overclock
Tracer.
goes for naught. Overclock goes for naught, but Frenzy's taken out as for the toll of the point. Glance making the swap, or actually not Glance, Zephyr making the swap here over to the Cassidy. As 50% gained for Project Glance on this first point, or second point I should say, my bad. Jesus Christ, I was home in a rush, still trying to catch my bearings, as it looks like it's going to just be a bullet shot.
Boss
but
fight territory
potential
here
rush.
for maximum effort though. In comes flank from the mill. Gets into
Well,
down.
they can... Ronin here commits the overclock.
Trey takes care of Glance, down goes Zephyr, down goes Artemis to a overclock from Ronin.
And it looks like
Don't
that'll
turn
be
your
second
back
point here.
on the Sojourn player.
Soj with her rail and her overclock perk is just a mighty dangerous thing. 150 is enough to pretty much kill squishies, and is caught out here by themselves, as they were the only ones I think able to get out. But unfortunately, it's not going to matter this year. I think we go to this junkyard point, I believe, is the next point. As more a bit
Good.
as a. And looking at the new point, there's no more initial high ground space, just a way bigger middle point. And it just makes it a
You've
little...
also got these staircases or ramps on either side to make it so it is able to tree! Glance
Triple kill by
take
Tree!
out Ronin down
Whoa,
in
Sling-
the meantime, but Doug also down to Tree. 4k from the Orisa player. Dressage
And
is
they're
in
just gonna be dancing on them. Tree's just gonna be dancing on them over here. Pulse Bomb and Orbital Ray here, ready for maximum effort, but a response of an annihilation they'll have to watch out for Project Glance's. Glance is gonna be sitting here, but gonna be harassed here by Milk, but ends up getting taken down by Zephyr. Again, ugly ass crosshair from Zephyr. This is not as bad as Lax does, but still.
Annihilation now.
Ronin will take out the DPS partner, but Annihilation here catches 2. And it looks like they'll end up winning the fight, not after Ronin does take out 2 with him to make this fight win, and it's a costly one. N gets really low to Milk, and Milk will finish it because N got a little too aggressive here with the... And they had beat in their back pocket, and so they're going to be without beat potentially for this next fight until they get back.
Milk down to half health. Playing very risky positions here is Milk. And comes to
Zephyr,
Doug also down early. Beat out.
unfortunately not able to get the help of the beat, but with...
Bottle
it
shot
doesn't-
hits
it won't
both.
matter.
Ronin and Mr. Flux, unfortunately, both going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it'll matter in the end after losing Duck Awesome. Quick pop of the boulder shot, ends up catching 2 with it, and they're able to clean up and still contest this point. Both teams now around 63, but Project Glance has the point, and it's going to keep counting up.
100%. Looking at where Glance is also set up here. Zephyr on this off angle on the Cassidy as well. Glance on the point with the carry for Artemis. Here comes the
Milk
rush.
with a quick kill onto Artemis. Will end up managing to
Doug
catch
also
him.
down.
And,
Trey
and
takes care
Glance
of
does put
Glance.
out. Ronin will fall to Glance. And it looks like Zephyr is going to keep falling. End's just going to quickly jump off the map and reset. Quick reset here. Potential time.
Flip came through at
Over.
At 99%, by the way.
Yeah. So we're gonna hear. We got overclock, almost pulse bomb, and a terror surge here. Yep. They're gonna walk forward.
Here comes the terror.
Terror surge
Catches
committed.
the carry.
Artemis unable to escape, and Milk finishes out Zephyr. Teams are gonna try to just contest the point as much as they can.
Pulse bomb out. He connects with Duck Awesome, followed up by the javelin tree. 2-1.
Flashpoint.
Yeah, Sniper, I don't have a delay because I was too lazy. And I also did this in like a few minutes too to make it. And I don't tend to have stream delays. This isn't like Face It or anything, so I don't care too much. Milk will take out Artemis to start this opening fight here on, I forget the name of this point all the time.
This is no
but it
bomb
looks...
This ends now.
Thank you. Bomb flats. Ronin will commit the overclock here, forcing Duck to have to guard. And here,
Aggressive
just kill it.
Sante. 3 kills Duck with the javelin spin, by the way.
Yes. But it looks like they will end up getting this first point on point number 4 on bomb flats. 2-1 here for maximum effort. Take a quick look at the stats. A lot of teams over 10 kills, but less deaths are on the side of maximum effort with more eliminations. But it is still close regardless nonetheless.
Favorite throw into the Duck also on board the earlier, so malicious.
Kitsune Rush committed, but an orbital ray in response by maximum effort. Zephyr will take out Milk for the trouble. Duck will pop the Annihilation form.
Down goes the Lucio with the beat again. No beat here to save the Terror Surge. Lands down.
Tree will catch a 3-piece, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, as Project Lance will take this point, but 50% already for maximum effort. Milkville running in, assassinating Artemis, but Zephyr just stands there looking at Milk menacingly and takes them out here with the high noon, as they're just going to be
Send out
but will get
to the pulsars.
Will get taken out by Fluff, but they did manage to hold the point for the rest of Project Lance to return. Responding Kitsune Rush will end manage
Beat
and
out.
will pop
Hits
to save the tank, but unfortunately all the beat health is gone. Glance does take out Frenzy, so that means they're down one of their support, and they'll just keep kind of looking for trades, as Glance does take Ronin out, but a Pulsar will end up putting Glance down to bed. Milk here terrorizing more here on the Tracer.
And lost one on point, currently down to us. Half health. Down goes to health. And mind. Urissa player of Tree.
86%.
Aggressive.
86% here for Project Glance, as if they win this, it'll likely be that'll be this point, but right now we're getting into final fight territory regardless, as with 70% and counting on this 4th point. Milk here holding the off angle, looking for a cheeky pulse, looking for a chance to potentially catch out likely the Lucio, and they'll miss the stick, but
Once down early, the fall
end.
by end. Cypher takes care of Tree though. In the meantime, Milk with another.
And unfortunately they're
But they
just
don't
unable
touch in
to touch.
time.
No touch for Project Lance, and that'll be a map win here for maximum effort. This map actually was really decently close. Unfortunately, Project Lance was not able to see it through.
We watched this beautiful Terror Surge again from the Tree. It connects here, 3 people down. Followed then by the Ramatra. If you're now Project Lance, you're looking at a hybrid. Do you take the King's Road like you was wanted to earlier, or do you go with something else?
King's Row seems to be the popular pick, as every team's wanting to go to it. Though, I guarantee if Shake That and or Cheekbone Div play, I guarantee Snacks or Atlas as team captains won't want to pick that map. And so we'll probably get in for a rare treat of no King's Row. Probably either Midtown, Eichenwald, or
There's the
Nimbani.
King's Row pick.
Yep.
It immediately comes out from Project Lance there. Reskin, you've been listening to the cast so far, as well as the factor of what's going on. A King's Row being played here from Project Lance. What do you think is the thoughts here behind the team?
I mean, I think with Kings Row specifically, it's gonna be in almost every member of both teams' wheelhouse, because, as we know, Kings Row is the bread and butter for majority competitive teams. So I think they're gonna go into this fully prepared, while as other maps may have had a little adjustments here and there as far as changes to the map. This is one that hasn't. Every player should be wildly familiar with it and know exactly what the game plan is, where everything is on the map, and I think we're going to see in this map the teams at their best.
100%. We also
So
have
we get a
full maximum
Freya band here.
Yeah.
Freya ban here from Maximum Effort, so they want to get Glance off probably one of his better heroes, as the Freya seem to be causing them a bit of issues that match. But it looks like Ronan's going to want to take a 5-minute break, so we'll be right back. As we have a be right back thing, we'll be right back as we wait for like a 5-minute bathroom break from the rest of the teams. Don't go anywhere. Map 4, Kings Row, you're up next. I've muted my thing.
Yep.
No, are you bringing it back? Yeah, we're still on a break. No one said.
I'm just. Okay. Okay, guys. So, quick thing. Whilst we were on the break, obviously there's been a substitution go on, as well as the finalization of a ban. Exactly, Nightmare. That was a fat Terror Surge. But yeah. We've had a Orisa ban come through from Project Glance, as well as a substitution on the side of Maximum Effort. Gonna be on Anito, however you want to pronounce it, has been subbed in for Mr. Fluffs. So yes. And we are back.
We're back. Yes. So so exciting news. Tree doesn't get to play their Orisa. Unfortunately, sad days. But they still potentially get the Reinhardt, as Orisa's been banned out by Project Lance. So we're just waiting for the rest of the teams to return. But the rest of the time, we can talk about the match so far. It's been actually not too. The only map that I think that wasn't close really to start was Shambali Monastery. That was like the only not close map. Project Glance though did do pretty well on both New Junk City and Nepal. But unfortunately they just weren't able to get it done. And looks like teams are ready to go, as we're going to be hopping in as teams without either the Freya or the Orisa. I'm going to try to get the scoreboard up to possibly put profile pictures of all the heroes, so whenever somebody bans something, I'm probably going to try to put it in and just say, hey, this hero's banned.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying to do that at some point with casting. Obviously the Freya ban here from Maximum Efforts, as well as the Orisa ban here from Project Glance. Not wanting to see the Tree Orisa here again is Glance, so I don't blame them for it, but at the same time they probably should expect something like a Ramatra or a Reinhardt, then there in fact is the Reinhardt.
Yes, we've got a poke style backline, very aggressive backline
Tree?
in Alari.
Tree?
Oh. Hey, let him ball! Let him ball! This is actually one of, aka Tree, also aka PvP, this is one of their better tanks, and I've played with them. They do a really good ball. You just gotta make sure you can keep up with them. That's the thing. You gotta make sure you can keep up with him. But we're gonna get a ball style comp from Ramatra, but it's more of a poke comp because they've got a very aggressive backline with Oriana. But now the hog coming out? Okay, what are we doing over here? What are we cooking? Like, are we trolling over here? Like, I think we're trolling over here. He's legitimate. They're legitimately walking out on the hog.
Legitimately walking out on hog. Milk looks for a snipe, misses it, straight over to the Venture.
Now that it's unbanned, Glance is waiting here on the side. But PvP's waiting for the swing. But they will get walled off, but unfortunately they weren't able to get any ticks out of it. But Milk's here sitting in the back line. Thrown in here on the high ground, decides to drop out, and Glance ends up getting a icicle headshot. Milk gets really low, but is healed up by the rest of the team. Tree pulls in Duck, but unfortunately unable to secure the pick, as they're going to be just kind of chilling by the statue, defending the point. Annihilation, or pummel form pop. Milk gets the pick onto N, but ends up getting picked out by Zephyr. And Tree's gonna be walking around the backside of Hotel, but unfortunately just gets slept and shot to death. As pretty much Zephyr and Glance have been helping keep the team from taking... Keep Project Glance from being able to take anything. And Tree's gonna be walking out here on Malga. Does tend to do a lot better into a Ramatra, but the Ana is gonna make it difficult, but Frenzy is on this Kiriko. We're here with Zephyr, trying to watch Milk's gonna be...
Ready down to us on the HP goes to the tank of Tree. Wall out.
Tree in, coming in with a slam. Gonna end up catching, but
anti-nade on top.
A freeze will, on the rest of the team, will end up helping secure the fight. Duck will clean up on Tree, and it looks like the rest... Looks like Project Glance, after that 5-minute break, decided to talk it over, decide what they wanted to do, and it looks like they are actually managing to hold this King's Row first point. Captive Sun and Annihilation ready for their side, but we got a Kitsune Rush and a very close Tectonic Shock ready for maximum effort. Tree slams in, and they will get picks off of that. Annihilation Force.
Annihilation.
Milk will clean up the back line, but Frenzy decides to pop the Kitsune Rush a little unnecessarily, but Glance is the only one left, as the rest of... Looks like first point will be captured, minute 35, and so they'll have about 3 minutes to capture the second point, but a very good defensive hold here for King's Row.
100%. 1 minute 20 left on the clock as the final count comes through, which means just shy of 4 minutes on the clock.
Yeah. Oh, right. Not a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I was thinking 2 minutes, but I mathed wrong. But yes, slam in. Ronin pops the overclock, potentially help secure the point. Milk though, terrorizing the backline again. The bad issue about Alari Ana is it very is susceptible to dives, and Milk is making sure to pester that backline as Ronin's gonna be payload princess.
Tree here on an aggressive flank takes care of Zephyr.
My ultimate is almost ready. Orbital ready, nearly ready.
A 10% as well to this cage fight as well for Mauga. Looking for an engage here on into point B.
Looks like they're just going to be sneaking the space, not allowing Project Glance here to walk forward, but Duck gets a nano. But Cage is going to be popped. And popped by a Cage with the orbital ray inside the cage to help out the Malga. But a freeze here. Tree will escape, but not Anito.
Frenzy down. Sam out. It's Ramatra does clear on Ramatra as well from point. The two on point though.
A good response in the freeze and the use of the nano, but unfortunately they are just unable to win the fight, and that's going to be card push even more as they're rounding this final corner. We'll see if there's a potential recontest. They're a little slow because they have no viable speed to get in, but as Tree's going to be holding up the corner with the help of Frenzy. Where is Milk this entire time? Oh, they're over here in the back line. Over here by Small Room. Oh! The sun gets shut down immediately after it's popped, and no one's going to be able to follow up on it.
Bill, with that dash into the Alari, shutting down that all very effective dive there from the Venture.
They did manage to get it off, but unfortunately no one was there too far. Changes here from Project Glance into the Bastion, the Kiri, and now a Juno. Mirroring backlines, Tree gets the better of the tank duo, and now it's going to hold up here in the space on the spawn room. Milk finished off.
Heavily aggressive here from Tree in the spawn door practically for side of Project.
Gonna have to back up though, as his health gets really low and his team just decided not to. Duck and Glance are going to be anchoring down onto the card, trying to defend. You've got the rest of Project Glance kind of sitting near the back spawn there, but they're going to secure aggressively. Tree in with slam, goes wide. Looks like the tank's taking the battle down. Tree with another slam.
It's free.
Here running on.
Down goes two. The Annihilation hits two.
Yep. Double kills traded out by 3 people. Tree first gets a double kill, then Duck gets a double kill, and then Glance gets a double kill. You get a double kill, you get a double kill, everybody gets a double kill up in here. 2 minutes to go. Here, onto this third point. 4 maximum effort to try to cap it out. But a Kitsune Rush and an Artillery here, ready for Project Glance, but 3 ults in response, ready for maximum effort.
0.
Kitsune.
2 meters from where it stopped, by the way. 0.2 meters to distance to finalization into point C as another team like goes in favour of Project Glance here, looking heavily strong.
And also a clean neutral fight win, no ult committed. Artemis though is building the orbital ray though is going to make a big difference as both Juno very close to it. Kitsune Rush first caught by end. And that's going to make the difference. The Rush will make the difference here as the rest, as Project Glance will run forward. 1 minute to go. It was looking dominant.
Alpha as well by the wall from the May. 1 minute, as you said, on the clock as well.
Good first point hold from Project Glance, and now they're making a good third point hold. Still holding on. They just used the rush. They still have the orbital raid plus the artillery, but they.
Here comes the orbital. Here comes the cage fight. With
all three ults committed, plus a 4th here from maximum effort. They just want to take this point. They want to give any room to lose this fight out. And now it's just going to be a chance potentially to recontest, but who knows if they'll be able to. 30 seconds to go,
left.
and commits to the Lucio with Zephyr going to the Reaper to try to recontest. They will make the chance for the recontest. 4 meters.
Only
4 meters to go, and
with the poor Kiriko of Frenzy and down early.
But it will be enough to deny the point. It will be enough to deny the point as Duck gets the double kill.
No more time for...
And Milk.
No more time here for another contest for the side of...
That'll be it. That'll be it. They weren't able to make it. Trees goes to the ball, potentially to try to recontest, but it doesn't look like that'll be it.
Time is over.
66 meters, very close, only a couple meters away from that third point capture, but it looks like Project Glance does have their win condition here.
Just before point C is where that payload ended. Look at how tantalizingly close to point C that is for that EMP device to get into that location for that final animation.
Almost in the circle, not quite. Just hit that outer ring. It's like curling. They hit the 12-foot. They weren't able to get the 8-foot, the 4-foot, or the button. For those who play curling anyway, who get my reference. But I will say,
I don't play curling though.
I will say, curling is a lot more fun to play than it is to watch. I will say, sort of like baseball. It's a lot. It would be a lot more fun to play than it is to watch.
Looking at that yellow box of victory, that is exactly where the payload came to rest. Just ever so slightly forward is where Project Glance needs to get theirs, the payload to. Obviously, it's very tantalizingly close. Looking at where the push, say the payload ended with the golden box of victory being where it was, that was literally half a cart until it would have actually been in C.
It looks like, though, they're going to commit here. Very similar compositions, though Milk wants to go to the May. It looks like they'll still commit to the Ramatra with a Juno Baptiste. Glance here on the Widow. Initial pick. Duck's going to commit early, not watching his side angles, and might actually get punished here for it, but gets a Ramatra with the help of the Emerald Field, but Anito will take out End with a Pulsar. And it looks like that's just going to
Widowmaker does not want to play that peek your head all the Widow.
No. But Glance is still looking up in that direction, waiting to catch Ronan. Almost had a chance at it, at his head.
Another chance
Not quite
taken by Glance. Ronan knowing not to pick that angle.
Glance is still being cheeky with it, but Glance takes out Anito instead. Ronan, though, will win the better of the Hitman duel, but it looks like the rest of Project Glance will walk onto this point. Generally uncontested. Will they end up deciding to stay? It looks like they will. As Zephyr will catch Frenzy with a quick melee, and it looks like Zephyr's gonna decide to go run at Ronan. Gonna just make sure he can't live in that space.
Ronan choosing to die here. Very staggered out position for the Sojourn, especially
very
with
quick cap here.
Cap coming through.
very quick cap. Very quick cap for Project Lance, so we'll have a lot more time to work with. 5 minutes to capture the second point.
By the way, no, up in the off angle, goes into Super HP. Again, up into this window. Contested
Gonna try to deny
as
Zephyr's
a
space.
venture.
At the minute. Gonna deny Zephyr's space.
Jump down
Unfortunately,
to Milk.
Lance here on the Widow, trying to be an issue, and it looks like he is. He's trying to bring out his inner quartz, and he does actually catch out Ronin. Unfortunately, might die to the burn damage. Doesn't look like he will. Artemis and will get them killed up, but Scythe will be popped. But a Death Blossom and a Kitsune Rush ready, but Zephyr will get taken out by a quick slam by Tree. Milk in the back line, gonna try to run away, will successfully do so. Only a Kitsune Rush ready for maximum effort. And looks like they'll commit the Kitsune Rush, but Frenzy will follow up straight afterwards. Duck will get the kill onto Anito. Gets a finish onto Frenzy as well. Backline down. Backline down and finishes off Tree.
With a tectonic shot in the pocket, down goes Artemis again. But Zephyr getting the best of Milk though.
Yeah, Milk unfortunately just, I think, will decide to die on point, which is probably the smarter move here. If you look at the stat line is really close. I forgot to check it afterwards, but the stat line is really close right now. Like, neither team looks to have a definitive edge here. Both teams, quick off angle here. Like, Glance is just holding a very cheeky angle right now, and ends up getting Ronin down to half. Milk will dive in. Page committed. Artemis will pop the orbital, but it looks like Milk will pop the tectonic shock and manage to finish off the rest of Project Lance. Duck decided to stop playing because they needed it. Milk with a quick bag! Milk with a quick teabag onto Duck. Awesome. What's he doing? Oh, he's
the emphasize popped. Ball.
Looks like they're just trying to get. Looks like they're just trying to get information on where the rest of the team is. Ball here by Tree, and is gonna be here to try to contest the Widow. Less than 3 minutes to go to contest the point. Zephyr, quick kill on Anito. Looks like they're gonna be taking here on the subway station. Duck here committing straight to the back line with the pummel.
Here comes the ball.
Looks like Tree's just wanting to deny the point with the help of Milk, but Milk gets taken down by Artemis, but not before taking out Glance.
Sam in.
Yeah, Tree here though is just living on point, just swinging like a ball. And now it looks like Zephyr's just wanting to ult his demons here. Unfortunately, just wanting to ult the demons, make sure Ball gets off point, and it looks like they will get off point because Tree ended up getting really low. Oh, and will Tree get caught here? Doesn't look like they will. Zephyr was almost ready, and Glance goes over to the Sombra. He's a counter to Ball, but not completely, as her kid's a little weaker. Frenzy will win the Curie duel, but Ronin gets super low with a hack and a virus. Glance here holding this high ground space, but Milk here in the backline, wanting to live, trying to catch Zephyr. Unfortunately, unable to do so, gets hacked, but Glance decides not to commit. Zephyr decides to run in instead and will take out Milk. And looks like Anito was trying to help out, but unfortunately has to back away.
It's going to be 2 members here for the Project Lance. Zephyr down early though to Tree.
Yeah, both Kitsune Rush is committed, but it looks like maximum effort will get the better of the Kitsune Rush duel.
Down to 3 minutes 40. Still a lot of time here in the bag for Project Lance. Not a lot of stoppage has been done prior to this now.
Yeah. End was considering going to the Ana there, but decides to stick with the Kiri. As no ults ready for Project Lance, but 3 ults here with a 4th in the whole hog coming up for maximum effort, so it's going to be a very tough fight to win. But End takes out Ronin, so that's a huge DPS pull out of the game.
3 down,
but Milk's going to commit the tectonic shot. Yeah. Commits a tectonic shot, trying to see if they can catch the rest of the team. End with a quick cleanse. Mystic Tree will pop the whole hog, try to deny some space, but unfortunately is forced to heal. Decides to run into the room again, catches out End. A quick hook, ends up catching Duck Awesome, but gets killed by Zephyr. Hog really does get dominated a bit by Reaper as they have no armor to their name. Reaper will dominate no armor targets. Unfortunately, that's going to be a fight win here for Maximum Effort, though they did have to commit a couple ults to win.
Yes, the kill
ready.
to end.
4 ults ready here for Project Glance as they're looking to toss potentially recontest, but Milk's not allowing them a lot of space to work
All
with.
this time, Milk is in the back line.
Nito commits the orbital ray here? What are they thinking on this play? I don't know what exactly they're thinking. Probably deny space and deny time, but that's all I can kind of think of. Milk here is kind of chilling. Oh, Artemis gets yoked by the hook, but both Junos here down, and so a good portion of the healing down. It did get a nerf buff to her range, but it doesn't look like everybody's wanting to take Milk. Ronin here on the high ground, wanting to deny space, but a hook kill will take Duck Awesome out of the fight. 45 seconds to go. Ronin still looking for some value with the ult clock. Won't get anything. The clock won't get much value. Anita goes to the Mercy. We saw the Mercy earlier when North Pole decided to play, when North Pole was playing out Team 4, and the Mercy surprisingly died the least amount of time, which honestly was surprising to me. But it looks like they'll just be giving Ronin the pocket. All 5 balls ready. Artemis commits the ray. But it looks like Maximum Effort will fight this out.
From the side though.
EMP and Death Blossom.
All
like
5
now
helmets pretty much engaged. The only thing not involved there is going to be the rush for end. And this is where it ends.
I don't know. They potentially have a chance to contest. Milk will contest this first. Both rushes thrown onto the field.
Down goes down goes.
This is a very scrappy fight.
Milk
What
got
can we
2.
do? But
They're off
it
the
will be a
point.
hold. Unfortunately, they just died.
4-0.
Unfortunately,
Maximum effort.
Maximum Effort gets the fuller hold in the end, but it was not without the struggle that they were not able to complete third point, but they do manage to hold.
Got you.
As we see here, and following up on the damage from Duck Awesome, a stronger look there from Project Glance on the 4th map. We go now to push. Nick, what do you think they choose here? Where do you think the bands will go
it looks like both teams have been wanting to run brawl composition. Likely going to pick a brawl style push map, but End right now has been just doing all they can here with Glance to try to help their team, as End is a master support player for Project Glance, and it honestly makes sense. They were getting picks. They were winning those duels out against the opposing Kiriko. But
100%.
And
if anything, I think that they'll be going to a Colosseo or potentially even a Runasapi. Although you don't want to risk the Runasapi unless you're banning the Sojourn. Ronin looking extremely aggressive as always.
It is map 5, so they do have the chance to ban that out and not allow Ronin to play his best hero. They've decided New Queen Street, so we're not going to have a of a third Runasapi. It looks like they are going to want to go the New Queen Street. This is more of a dive style map, and so Ball's going to have a lot of value here. I wonder if Tree decides to go to the Ball here. Potential use of it. 7 people in my chat. Hello, chat.
Glance here picking New Queen Street when they know that Tree plays this ball. Why would you pick that?
Unless they want to ban out the Ball, or maybe potentially ban out the Soj. We'll see what they want to do. Now, this may be a 4-0, which I actually have to fix on my scoreboard. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Thank you. But it actually hasn't been, I would say, a very, dominant 4-0. Project Glance has had to make maximum effort work for a few of these wins. This is generally, even with, the match that was a 5-0 on Monday, I'd even say it wasn't a complete... And it looks like they'll ban the Cass here for maximum effort, protects the Soj, and keeps Ronin able to play his best hero. Ronin, as we like to call him at this point, or I like to call him the Soj one trick, because that's all I ever see him on. other than maybe Reaper on the occasion. But again, love you, Ronan, love you, buddy. Anyway, as we look here,
This is interesting. Yeah, you know how
effort
you've
here
got...
is effort here is actually the other DPS player. Effort is the team captain and the other DPS player, I believe, or
the DPS.
or they wanted to ban the Soj, but it doesn't look like they're able to. They did want to ban the Soj, but unfortunately, the first ban going to Maximum Effort, I don't think they're able to do it unless I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm not. Now, with the Soj ban protected, what do they decide to ban? Do they decide to ban the ball, potentially?
Potentially.
Steve, what are you thinking? Are you going to pick up any of the OWCS partner teams? What do you think?
So, a ban on the Cass. They did try to ban the Sojourn. But, yes, most likely at some point. But,
Who are you thinking of picking up? What's your team? What's your team of the partner teams?
that's a
It looks like
tough...
it looks like there'll be a Kiri ban here from Project Glance. Get the cleanse out of the way, so Ana will get a lot more value in this matchup.
100%. Which is an interesting factor there. Also, I want my scoreboard looking the same as yours, but I can't get it to look like yours.
Are you using the same link and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the reason being I'm able to change colors, I actually paid for it.
No. No. As in, like how you've got it, so the, without it. So if you go over to my stream very quickly, you'll see what I mean.
Hang on, give me 2 seconds. Let me look. Let me look at my... Ah! I have it set, I use Streamlabs OBS, and I have it set, I don't know which... Okay, I don't know which you grabbed, but I grabbed, I just grabbed the link. I didn't like just the link. And I, basically in, I think, the browser, the web source, I believe, for sources, I just put the link, and so then it just put the thing by itself
URL,
without
yeah.
the, yes.
I
Is
thought
the scoreboard changing when I type it? Or...
1 second. Yes, it's saying 4-0.
Okay.
But for some strange reason, it's not wanting to. You know. Yeah, so I put the link into that you sent me into that, but it's doing what it's doing right now on my end, so
We can figure it out later, I'm sure.
yes.
But as we have a Soj Kiri, and looks like Mevert looks like they're gonna be ready. We're just waiting here on Project Lance to be ready. But yes, I picked up Space Station Gaming, SSG, but it's also because they're the only really good Canadian player. But unfortunately, they missed out the mid-season championship, which sucks. And unfortunately, most high-level teams decided to skip out on the last chance qualifier because it was a LAN that they had to go to Saudi Arabia for, and the prize pool was generally not worth it. So they had to get a bunch of local Saudi teams to play, which was ended up winning by Team Falcons. Shocker.
Yes,
And it was against Zeta Division too.
yeah, which was expected.
I saw a lot of people actually thinking Zeta would end up winning because of how much Falcons was in shambles this season, or at least
They
this
picked
stage.
it up in the last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, it looks like they did pick it up. Yeah, but Team Vision, with being a Europe team that was in stage 1 for OWCS, but ended up losing out on relegation and forcing to play and face it for stage 2. They're coming back up for stage 3, and they have Violet, who used to be on Zeta Division, and Team Vision actually did take a map away from Team Falcons. So they actually performed a lot better than what Zeta did. And now it looks like they're ready to go heading into this map 5.
Traveling to New Queen Street.
What are we going to get? What's going to delight us? What comps are we going to see? We shall see here as we're waiting out. 40 seconds to get ready.
100%. It's an interesting factor that we've got a new Queen Street here. Obviously, we're going to be looking over at the 2 areas of train station and the truck put area. Sorry, the curling stadium.
The curling rink. Curling rink. That's the proper term, curling rink. Like a hockey rink. Or a hockey arena. Or you could say curling arena, technically. But not area. But 5 seconds. We get to see what teams decide to play here. What do they decide to play? We get
Ready for battle.
Ball as expected. Looks like they'll be running the talent dive composition, but instead of an echo, looks like Effort, aka Milk's gonna be here on the Tracer with a Zen on a backline. Do we have here from Project Glance? Okay. Potentially a remarkable composition here with a Lucio. But I guess we gotta see what the team wants to run. Artemis and Glance. So a Moira Lucio, aggressive style backline that was used to be in one of the things that was part of Goats. I believe. And then Glance here back on the Freya. So Tree is gonna be here holding up on the coast side cliff with gonna be kind of cheekily sneaking around, ready for a slam, but ends up getting spotted out. Tries to kill Artemis. And they will. With a quick roll by. Milk, though, gets killed by Zephyr. And so, it's a trade out here. DPS for a support, but a little more value for maximum effort.
Press it down! And down!
And it looks like Project Glance just gonna have to surrender the point here, just a little bit, as Glance does get punched out. I think the ball ban would have been a bit better than the carry, in my opinion, but obviously we're not the ones playing, teams kind of have their own thoughts. But even after these first matches, every team is still kind of trying to feel each other out. Not all teams have had a lot of practice with each other, and so there's still going to be a lot of chemistry that still has to be gotten. So even after this first match, not every team is completely out of it. Now, my question is, how are we going to do the next match? Is it going to be like a Swiss style, where like winners will play winners and play losers, or is it just going to be out of a random generator? That's the question here. Yeah. But the one issue with a random generator is you can get the same team again. Frenzy, though, with a double kill here onto Glance and Artemis, as Glance does swap over Tracer Zephyr onto the Sombra, as they're going to try to run down the ball.
3 down.
Let's go.
Half health.
Milk with a pulse bomb. Action catches
It's
2!
2!
Milk with the kill, and will end up getting the cart to first checkpoint with 8 minutes to go.
Thanks to that, it's got into storm ball with 8 minutes to go. Tree very aggressive, Artemis down immediately.
Buck is bringing out the hog to try to see if they can reel in the ball. Milk, though, here sitting on the off angle, trying to battle out Glance with Pact, and ends up getting finished out.
Pulse bomb
Glance,
again.
though, misses a pulse bomb. Glance misses a pulse bomb, goes wide. Tree rolling in.
Minefield
Anti
deployed.
here, pop. So,
Freeman was
unfortunately,
down.
doesn't look like it gets any value here as Glance top 2 and N finishes out Anito on. Looks like Artemis decides to go over to the brig. as it's just kind of like they're just trying to play whatever they can to stop the ball. As Lucio and Break both have defensive tools to stop the ball diving in, Hog can hook in, and then Sombra and Tracer both can kind of run the ball down a little bit. But Zephyr gets spotted out here, and unfortunately will get taken as they begin to move. End is in trouble though, sitting in this small room, but looks like they will escape it. Beat Pop, but Pop is
on the militia stream. 2 down for the Tracer player. Looks for the Brigitte. Does get them. Ball spot comes out, hits 2. He goes to Glance though.
Glance getting a good double kill, but Milk cleans up with their own. As they'll bring the bot back at 75 meters for maximum effort, though only 10 meters for Project Glance, as Zephyr makes a swap to Venture and End will to the Ana. Anti-Nade's gonna play a big role in it.
Sees the Venture. Gets the Ana down. And down early. Pulse bomb still.
Oh! Pulse bomb picks up another double kill, but it gets killed by Duck Awesome's trap and blinking straight into it. I'm kind of get away from it. Duck Awesome will pick up the double kill, but Ronan here commits the over. Will finish out. Tries to catch out Glance, but unfortunately unable to finish out. But Frenzy will get the headshot plus kick. And they'll end up pushing the bot a little more forward than the 75 meters. Artemis and End now onto the Baptiste, a little more bunkery. Ronan here on the sitting by the train station gets his End on a cheeky angle, and Frenzy ends up finishing out with a help tree.
Plus pulse bomb is going to be Glance though. Duck already down.
Glance down. It looks like just the effort is at its absolute maximum here. As their maximum effort are running through this 110 meters. What do Project Glance have left in them? I don't know what they have left. Right now they're just trying to find a way just to stop the bleeding.
Pulse bomb comes out, hits. Oh, Anolito in the back of the line. Transcendence is forced, by the way. Run down.
Yeah. Looks like they will manage to stop the bleeding. As Zephyr on the Venture will catch the Zen, but Tree and Milk still alive, pestering the backline of Project Glance.
Tree doing everything that he can in the backline. Artemis down.
A stick will catch out Duck, even though he reeled in Tree.
Tree
asleep onto Glance and a disrespecting rail. Glance just styled on.
Like rail to the sleeping Tracer. Ronan, you did not need to do that to him. Another white healer here for Tree. Artemis down.
Zephyr will commit the tectonic shock. Will catch a needle with End finishing out Frenzy. As they are still managing to stop the bleeding. 4 minutes to go.
On 6 Ronan decides to get the revenge on the disrespect point blank headshot from the charged up rail.
Yeah.
Tree though, in the meantime, Zephyr goes down to.
Nice juke said by Ronan.
Going back towards the
Glance waiting with a cheeky pulse bomb. But actually catches out a Nido. Catches out the unsuspecting Nido. With a pulse bomb still
down, End down. No supports here though. Foot side of Project Glance. In goes Vol. Pulse bomb in. Sticks to Roadhog. Down goes Roadhog. Milk and Tree dealing with that threat. Down goes
but Glance is not giving up. Glance is still trying to work it, trying to allow their team any chance to win, but unfortunately will get finished out by Tree.
Another kill on Artemis around the blown player. Looking for End as well.
End's just getting hunted. Like there's nothing he can do.
Taking the repair of that. Anti-Nade also by Roadhog. Half health.
But
bring that. Ronan.
Missed pulse bomb by Glance. Ronan commits the OC.
Flank shot onto the Venture. Goes into some HP. Sees no Tracer. Milk with 2. Glance takes care of Frenzy.
Will this be enough to push the point to the end? Doesn't look like it will. Zephyr will catch. Zephyr catches a couple kills. Will catch Milk, but Tree is still alive. Forces Zephyr to have to burrow. Tree's just still kind of chilling out. Will have the mega health back, but unfortunately, they are getting chased down at half health. But as ball, they are very quick, so they will be able to escape.
Ball time onto the Roadhog. Has to already utilize that.
Duck will get the pick and with the help of a boost, they will be able to last on this point a little bit as they clear out the minefield.
Break gets knocked into it!
Break rolled into the minefield. As a tectonic shot committed by Zephyr will catch out Anito on the Ana. And now Zephyr's gonna make just try and run around. Glance with a double kill pulse bomb!
Zephyr with 3 actually there. With that pulse.
Glance picked out 2 with the pulse. No, Zephyr caught another 2. Tree still alive, rolling away. And now, Glance begins to finally start to get some card progress. Minute and 10 to go. Is it too little too late? It might be. Glance still chilling in the back line, though, ends up getting spotted by Frenzy. And a quick nade will end up ending Glance's life. Zephyr, though, take that. Pulse bomb, kills Artemis. Tracer's just playing the game of the pulse bombs right now. Both just can't miss a stick. Few sticks missed here and there, but majority of their sticks have been hit. Not quite checkpoint with 30 seconds to go.
Maximum effort, still not letting up. Milk takes care of Glance. On board with Sojourn.
Full support ultimate ready for it to go. Rally committed by Artemis, trying to catch out Mystic Tree. But unfortunately they won't be able to. Glance will catch Frenzy though, with the Coalescence in hand. Duck will commit the whole hog as they begin to walk back. But it's overtime. How much do they have left in them? They have a beat ready soon. They have a pulse bomb ready to go.
As well though. We can't cuss out the sharpshooter of maximum effort here.
Yeah. Anito, though, is taken down with a nano in hand. Glance ready with a pulse bomb. Kind of sitting on the stairs, waiting for an off angle. Mine's committed. Beat will be popped to try to last through this. But now that beat is forced. And just runs into the mines. What is he thinking? I don't know.
Zephyr down after killing Ronan. Milk getting the better of the French of that.
Glance and Duck still just trying to lock down the point, but unfortunately it looks like it will die here. Stick.
Only hits the pole ball, but the ball is just like, ah yes, I've got overshield here.
And that'll be a win and a 5-0 for Maximum Effort as they take the series at a 5-0.
Looking very strong there from Maximum Effort. Has to be short said. Tree here gets played of the game.
I mean, N just decided to run into the mines at the very end on the wall. I don't know if he noticed them or not, but the double kill does end up helping. I think N just had a major crash out, but that's going to be game, set, match, as we have both teams ready and going.
A 5-map win for Maximum Effort ties them with the dominant force of Team 4 from Monday.
And Cheekbone Tiff as well, who had a bye this week. So 3 teams at 5 points. The other teams afterwards are then the Lagooners at 3, and then 2 PCV4 console at 2 points, as that was a 5-map banger to start off. Like, I think the first match was the very closest we had, but even then, like, that was a really close match. And afterwards, it's kind of like, I wouldn't even say this 5-0 was entirely, like, completely, like, dominated by, Maximum Effort, but they did show that they were the stronger team in the end.
100%. There was a few elements of life there from Project Glance. They can go away from this 5-0 with their head held high, even though it will feel crushing that they did lose this one. There was times where they looked like they could easily win this, and that's what they need to keep striving towards. Keep reminding themselves on that immediately. The ability to keep that pressure on needs to be throughout this whole tournament now from them.
We'll see if we can get an interview with the post-game interview with the captains, as I have pinged them in our chat. We'll see if they end up joining. We got Effort here. Hello, Effort.
Hey guys.
Hello. So, to start out,
he's the bomb.com.
and we got Ronan here. Ronan, you bring you subbing in to help you bringing in for captain. Oh no, we got Glance in here. So we got both captains in here. So we'll start. And Fred. We'll start with the winning captain. So congratulations, Effort on the 5-0 win. What was you'd say the big thing that kind of helped you guys through this series to kind of win the match overall?
We had a lot of synergies to begin with. We knew what we wanted to play from the beginning, and we knew how to play around what they were playing. I think our strongest point, our tank, was amazing. I love that guy. I love them. So
yeah.
Clarence, I quickly come to you very quickly. Obviously, a nasty 5-0 in favour of maximum effort, but there was a lot of strong points there. Do you feel proud at how your team handled those higher points, and what can you do to strive towards those higher points becoming confirmations for the future?
Yeah, definitely. Like every time we were at least like winning points or whatever, we definitely like played well as a team. But honestly, it was just like quite unlucky that sort of our main roster decided to go MIA last second. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be back next week and we'll hopefully do a lot better.
Yeah, and again, with this being a 4-match first week, it will every team has a chance for a potential of 20 points in this in this first set of the tournament. But even then, you're still not that far behind, as the first match of Lagooners and 2 PC console went to a 3-2, so you're not entirely too far behind those teams. But we come back to Effort. Did at all you feel at any point that you guys were a little shaky at some points that Project Glance did manage to take from you? Did you feel at all a little shaky at some of those maps? Because King's Row was definitely a one of those maps that definitely looked like it was a bit of a struggle for you guys comparatively to Project Glance. They just kind of ran out of steam a little right near the end. But what do you think?
On King's Row, it was a bit shaky. I didn't think we were going to get past first point, but we decided to come up with a plan with the Venture Mauga. Mauga dives in, Venture dives backline, and it forced out. It doesn't matter if our Mauga gets walled off because he's so deep at this point, and I'm on their honor, so we can't anti our Mauga. So it allowed us to eventually push through. But that was our scariest.
Yeah.
At first point, I didn't think we were going to get it.
Yeah, no, that was a very solid hold by Project Glance. And yeah, no, I wouldn't be too ashamed on that King's Row map, even though like Project Glance you guys did lose. Like that was still a very strong showing on King's Row from you guys.
Another map that was strong looking was the New Drink City. Glance, there was a few maps that we weren't expecting, like the New Drunk City. Can you just explain to us and the audience why you chose those maps and what was going through your head when you was choosing the maps?
Honestly, like we sort of just went based off of what can our main tank sort of play around on those maps. So we knew that New Junk City was like an easy one. You could just play corners and sort of just basically just go straight in on their whole team, and we could sort of just support him on it. But that's just like most Flashpoint maps. Ram's just really good on. And then Kings Row. Again, it was just another one where we think we could just play Ram again, but it was mainly just playing around our main tank, just to what he's comfortable on. Because as you could tell, when we sort of swapped him off of the Ram, it was a little bit shaky. So
But now, final. I think we'll get into questions here for both captains, and we'll start with Effort. Effort, who would you say was your team's player of the match?
My tank, 100%. He was running the lobby every single game without a doubt.
Mystic Tree.
So-
Fair enough.
AKA PvP, AKA Gatekeeper, AKA Moshi for Life, AKA Blondie. So many aliases for that person. But and then Glance, who would you say is your player of the match?
honestly, this may sound egotistical, but I'm just gonna say myself, just because I feel like I just play really well in those games.
Fair enough.
but-
Fair enough.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong. You got you and what was it? Effort. Both of you playing the Tracer on that new Queen Street, both were just like hidden stickies everywhere. Just stick,
Yeah.
like barely missing them.
That was probably my most favorite game, to be honest. That was actually quite fun.
I did catch on my side of things the triple pulse bomb. I don't know if Nick caught it on his stream or if it's just going to be on the Militia's stream, but that 3-man pulse bomb, did you feel a sense of relief when you hit that?
There is melatonin in that pulse bomb, like guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, every time I just stick a pulse bomb, I think there's just a bit of like, you know, you get the shakes because it feels so good to stick a pulse bomb. But there you go.
Yeah, I think I'd say the other person who may likely get, I'd say, potential player of the match on your team, Glance, was possibly End on Lucio and Kiri.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
They definitely were really doing well on that. But wait, one thing we have to do, I think, and I don't know with I'll talk to you later, Rowan, about this, but I feel like we should keep track of who gets player of the match, who gets player of the match after every match,
don't
and we
worry,
just see who ends up with the most.
I'm keeping track.
Oh, you are keeping track? Okay, that is good. Okay, that's good.
If I'm not there, send player of the match to me.
Okay, fair enough.
But Glance, I gotta throw this out there while I have you here. There's one of those times on you Queen on the Tracer, you dove me. It was near your spawn on the slope. And I think you used all 3 of your blinks, and I gotta say you broke my ankles on that one. I was like, where is that Tracer? And when I saw the kill cam, you were like permanently behind me. Well done on that one. You definitely broke my ankles on that one.
Also, Ronan,
thanks,
can
man.
we just talk about the disrespect on the sleeping Tracer, a fully charged up rail shot to the head?
Yeah, that was too much. Yeah, there was already a Tracer and Anna and a Soda and running at me. Yeah, charge shot. Thanks, man.
that was.
I mean,
but I will say, Effort with a little bit of bagging. I saw you. I watched you with a little bit of bagging. You know what? Hey, we all like. Hey, a fun bag
Disrespect is
for all
fun.
good sport. Hey, disrespectful teabag, but in good sport. You know what? We'll take those. But even like PvP dancing after one point win. Hey, people were having fun this match. It looked by the looks of it.
I at least we were having fun, and I enjoyed the duels with Glance the whole way. You know, whether it was on the Freya or the Tracer or whatever it might be. You know, I was always on the lookout for, okay, where's Glance? Where's Glance? Where's Glance? Okay, there he is. I knew I had to take him out. You know, he definitely was a threat. If I could keep him in check, I knew my team would have a much easier time, and also made it a
Ronan,
point to put a lot of pressure on their tank too.
yeah, but Ronan, now that since you're here, how are we? Because we only have one more match left in the week, and that will be Friday here around the same time, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. But since we have Team 10 versus Shake That to end off the week, how are we going to be doing the next set of matches? Is it going to be almost like a Swiss where the winners will play winners? you're gonna kind of find random and then people who haven't played each other. What do you think?
So the way I have it set up, I made random picks. I had random picks being selected for all 4 weeks, so they're all already sorted out.
Okay.
And they're I have to double check myself, but there should not be any repeat matches. Maybe one. So everybody should be able to play everybody.
Fair enough. But yeah. Other than that, I have nothing else. But yeah, so with a 5-0 win, that puts maximum effort in a tie for first place with Cheekbone Diff and Team 4, aka in J We Trust. I really wish you guys decided to put that as your name instead of Team 4, because I hate saying Team 4. I'm not gonna.
Oh, that.
Also, can I say the triple target ban? Oh my god! You banned my Tracer, you banned my Echo, then you banned my Venture. Come on.
Honestly,
play.
I was okay. I was not gonna ban your Venture, but the whole
It
team
became a
was saying
problem.
ban
It was
Venture.
becoming it was becoming. No, I could understand the Venture ban. The Venture was becoming such a big issue. But other than that, I think we can sign off here. So thank you for everybody watching on either my stream or Steve's stream. We'll be trying to be back here for Friday with Team 10 versus Shake That. But if we can't, we'll still likely have the replay viewer and we'll be making plays when watching the plays, best and worst, as I have a video project going. But more on that later. But thank you again, everybody. And we'll see you all later. I hope you all have a good day and stay safe out there.
Yep, until the next one, guys.